Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Zach Lesage here. Today we're going to be going over another deck that won the North American International Championships. This time we have the Rapid Strike Urshifu Inteleon deck that our very own Cyrus Davis was able to win the North American International Championships with. We might have covered this deck on the channel before, but I want to go out of my way to cover the top decks from NAIC myself, so at least you can see where I'm playing it, where updated lists might be, or any strategy that I might have to tell. Hopefully you enjoy this video and learn about this championship winning deck, the largest, it won the largest tournament outside of Asia ever. So you might want to learn a little bit more about it heading into Worlds and any of your League Cups, League Challenges, and the 2023 to 24 season. So that being said, we'll check it out and we'll catch you over there. The Shuffle Squad is proudly sponsored by Ultimate Guard, PTCGL Store, and Atlas TCG. Check out the description below for discount codes and affiliate links to support the squad. Now it's time for the video. Here you have it, the deck that Cyrus able to win the North American International Championships with. Rapid Strike Urshifu here provides a spreading base with its G-Max Rapid Flow attack. Now, we might not always use that attack. We have opportunities to be able to use other attacks as well. And we might be able to use Gale Thrust against an Arceus deck, or maybe we'll even attack with an Inteleon VMAX. Inteleon VMAX with the Rapid Strike energy can do 70 plus 70, which is 140 for a single energy, not too bad. We're really playing this card for its double gunner ability to be able to snipe off Pokemon like Comfey and routes against our opponent's Pokemon. And then of course you follow it up with Rapid Strike Urshifu to wipe out whatever you need. Or you could strategically place damage counters with I was about to say Noivern, with Medicham V. I'm just getting different weird Pokemon out of the way. Yoga Loop allows you to put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, and then you could, if you knock them out, you could take another turn, allowing you to maybe snipe things. So we have these huge explosive turns, and so I was actually able to draw multiple prize cards in a turn to advance very far in the North American International Championships. This deck has a lot of really cool things going on with it, but a lot of it's going to be spreading and spread-based cards and Rapid Strike cards. We also play Rapid Strike Urshifu, which allows us to kind of search out different Pokemon that we might want to grab out, or different Rapid Strike cards we might want to grab out, like Korrina's Focus. So if there's a few cards that are unique to this deck, like Korrina's Focus, you might be like, yo, why do we play those? It's because Octillery can search them out. Overall, this deck is very, very, very incredibly powerful. Well positioned in our current metagame as well. You might have seen it in a few of my top best deck videos. And the list is available in the description on YouTube for you to copy and paste if you're watching it there. Otherwise, feel free to take a screenshot here of whatever we have going on. I think Rapid Strike Urshifu Inteleon is going to be one of the better decks heading into the World Championships, especially as our metagame has centralized around Arceus decks, Gardevoir decks, and Lost Zone box decks. That being said, we're going to jump into some gameplay, so let's see how that turns out. Alright, so we're going to start this coin flip and see what we have going on. Looks like we chose heads. Our opponent got the coin flip win. We'd like to go first with this deck to evolve our Pokemon. We have a lot of ways to evolve our Pokemon, a lot of Pokemon to evolve. So it'd generally be nicer to go first, but we'll see how this plays out. Shouldn't be too bad going second with this deck. And we'll see what our opponent wants to do here. They're going to go first. Pretty much any deck that wins the coin flip in this format wants to go first. Starting here, it's a bit of a tough one. A little bit of a tough one to deal with. I think what we want to be going for is Remoraid is a card that we could have up in the active spot because we do play Tower of Waters. So I think for us, that's probably going to be the best thing that we want to be doing. And we'll draw our extra card here. Let's leave it at that. We do have Forest Seal Stone when it comes to this Lumineon, and the fact that they're playing Raikou means we're probably playing against a Lost Zone box deck is probably what I would be assuming. We might be playing against a Miraidon deck. Either way, Miraidon's weak to fighting, and we are pretty good here to just like knock out their fighting type weak Pokemon. If we're able to get a Rapid Strike Urshifu, that is. I might just go Lumineon, Forest Seal Stone goes down, grab a Battle VIP Pass. Battle VIP Pass will allow us to search out Urshifu and Inteleon. I think those would be pretty good cards to have in this matchup. if we could get anything. But we'll see what our opponent does with Battle VIP Pass. I don't want to claim that I'm any expert in this deck. I'm a well-capable, played, like, professional Pokemon player. This is not my main deck or anything, so I think we have some content coming out with Cyrus with this deck, and how she plays this deck as well. So stay tuned for that. But for us right now, I think I'll show you the best way that I can play this deck, and it'll probably get us most of the way there. Opponent's probably just searching through their prize cards here. Either that or they're just taking a pretty long turn. Yeah, so we are playing against a Lost Zone box, probably a Turbo Lost Zone box. We can isolate these Pokemons with Inteleon's Double Gunner attack. We don't really want to pitch our hand with Professor's Research if we don't have to, because we do have that Inteleon VMAX. We do have a lot of really cool resources that we do have in this deck, so we'll see how this all plays out. We'll use our big HP, and we'll use our Rapid Strike Urshifu to snipe multiple Pokemon. If they know what's going on, they should probably also grab a Manaphy. We could also snipe the Manaphy with Double Gunner, because that is not damage from an attack. It is damage counters from an ability. I would also... I don't know if I want to use Melony or not. Maybe we will end up using... maybe we will end up pitching our hand away. I need to think about this a little bit more. We might just search for an Iono as well. We could also... Actually, maybe we'll go for Irida here. I think Lumineon for Irida is probably our hottest pick, because Irida will allow us to grab out an Inteleon VMAX. And then we could play the Research next turn. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Battle VIP Pass, Inteleon VMAX in our hands. I think that sounds like our best possible play at this moment. And I don't know if... Yeah, I think we want to pull the trigger on the other Forest Seal Stone. So there's their Psychic Energy, and they're probably just going to pass there. Sick. Maybe we'll top deck a VIP Pass. No, we top decked a Water Energy. Those are still good to use the Double Gunner attack. So let's start off with Lumineon. We'll search through our deck and see what we can get with Luminia Sign. We're going to grab the Irida. We have Double Battle VIP Pass. So we do have a couple of water... We do have a Water Energy prize. We do have a Rapid Strike Energy prized. You can see that we have some cards prized here. I don't know if there's anything else that's like too crazy. So we're just going to grab the Irida. Irida's going to go ahead and grab us the Inteleon VMAX, like I was saying, and a Battle VIP Pass. We're going to use Battle VIP Pass number 1. And Battle VIP Pass number 1 is going to grab us Inteleon, and we're going to grab a Rapid Strike Urshifu. I think the Rapid Strike Urshifu is going to be quite strong against their Raikou, because if we just have Inteleons, they could knock out our Inteleons, and it could get pretty bad. So we're going to go like that. I am going to go ahead and go for Forest Seal Stone here. Forest Seal Stone, Star Alchemy, search your deck for a Battle VIP Pass. And let's go Battle VIP Pass, searching our deck for an Inteleon here. And I think I want to just grab another Remoraid, because I would like to have access to being able to search our cards pretty quickly. I don't think they're going to get to too many in the Lost Zone right away. We don't play Manaphy, so that is something to consider. I'm also going to attach an energy to this Remoraid. If worse comes to worse, we can play Melony. It does allow us to retreat. And I can also place a 10 damage onto our opponent's active with Water Gun. That might be relevant with our Double Gunner if they do not play a Switch card this turn. So it might not be the worst, it might not be the best play in the world, but I don't think it's necessarily the worst play, because we should be able to start getting off a bunch of these Double Gunners and start going for some Medicham plays later on in the game. With our opponent only having a couple cards in their Lost Zone, I think we might be okay here. And we'll play it out the best we possibly can. Like, we had a Remoraid start, had to put Lumineon V down. If we didn't put down Lumineon V, it would be a lot better. I'd like to have that bench space for the Alakazam. But reasonably, that's all I'm really looking for is like Inteleon, Lumineon V. Maybe we don't need the other Remoraid here, but I'm just assuming that this is going to get knocked out by a Cramorant this turn. Is kind of what I'm expecting. Maybe I don't want to use the Melony at all either. I think next turn, if they get the knockout on this Remoraid, I want to bench Alakazam, Evolve, use Double Gunner once, and then Research. Okay, so they're actually not going to be able to do too much. They fully bench locked themselves, which is quite an unfortunate circumstance. They can't bench down a Sableye, they can't bench down a Cramorant, so their only attackers are going to be Rapid Strike Urshifu or the Radiant Greninja, and I think we outpace both of those, which might lead them into a really tough spot here. So when you're playing Lost Zone Box, I know we're doing a video about Rapid Strike Urshifu. Don't bench lock yourself and ruin your chances. Something to really consider, for sure. Okay, there's their Psychic Energy. And I'm thinking they're just going to pass at this point, yeah. Tower of Waters is not what we're looking for right now. I think what we want to do is start going for Inteleon. And I want to go double Gunner here for sure. Let's start putting it on the Pokemon like Manaphy that we could start like taking care of. We're also going to evolve this other one. Now I don't want to like go ahead and like, I want to like retreat here to have access to Melony because I don't want to pitch this hand away. So I guess I'll just send... I don't know how I want to react to this situation. I think what's best for me to do is to send up Remoraid. And then I'm just going to go Melony onto our Rapid Strike Urshifu. And I'm also going to evolve that. So we've already retreated, and next turn, like, maybe I could pitch things away. We don't have a way to get back cards except Klara. So maybe it would have been better to go for Professor's Research, maybe. But at least we're set up with G-Max Rapid Flow. They don't play... Our opponent likely doesn't play any way to shuffle things up. So as much as we didn't do much our turn, and I could have maybe used Research, I forgot about Klara in this deck for a second. I was like, hey, we don't have a way to recover our Pokemon. We have access to Klara to recover our Pokemon, and we don't have Klara in our discard pile yet. I think next turn I'm going to go Tower of Waters, Professor's Research. I want to set things up for cool Medicham plays later on in the game, or cool Radiant Alakazam plays. So the biggest issue that we have right now is that our Lumineon V is in play. We want that Pokemon gone. We also have 2 Remoraids in play. We want one of them gone. We made our play getting double Octillery to the, like, thinking that our opponent would just knock them out. And unfortunately, that's just not the case right now. So we'll see how our opponent decides to do that. Maybe they'll attack with Radiant Greninja, knock them both out for us, and we could drop the Radiant Alakazam. That wouldn't be too bad either. We'll see how our opponent decides to really tackle this gameplay. And we'll go from there. I love their, I love how the PTCG Live has the glitch where you can see the Radiant Greninja imprint in the energy. I'm not sure why, but it's interesting at the very least. Very interesting with this. We're just going to send this up. Part of me wants to send up the Lumineon, but I don't want to offer them up 2 prize cards. There's their Radiant Greninja. I'm assuming they're just going to knock out both. They should definitely be using Mirage Gate first, unless they're just passing here. Use a lot of switch cards here, too. Yeah, definitely use Mirage Gate first so you know which energies you have left. I don't know if they have enough energies here, unfortunately, with the way that they've gone. Most lists only run 8, some lists run 9. So I think that looks like it was a bit of a, like, they're mis-sequencing their actions, as you can tell. It happens to some players, but they definitely could have checked through their deck with their previous searches this turn. And they had to waste double Mirage Gate in order to make this happen, because they just did not look through their discard pile or anything else like that. So, I mean, this is a plus. They're using more resources than what we were anticipating in order to kind of make these plays. I'm assuming that our Remoraid and our Remoraid are both getting knocked out, which does leave us room for our Alakazam. There's Remoraid 1, there's Remoraid 2. Solves a lot of our problem. Again, I would like to get rid of this Lumineon, but there's not too much we can do. We don't want to send up this Rapid Strike Urshifu because we want to keep that in the active spots. So let's go ahead and go for Inteleon up here. This is a Rapid Strike Pokemon, so we could retreat -2 retreat cost for free with Tower of Waters. Alakazam seems good. I want to keep the space for the Medicham. And before we do anything, I just want to go research. There's our Rapid Strike energy, so at least we're able to attack there. Or actually, you want to know what? We could just take an extra turn. This is looking kind of cool. Let's go ahead and just go Energy Search. Let's go ahead here and let's double check our prize cards, see what else we have here. We might as well grab that. And we have Water, Rapid Strike Energy. We have some good stuff prized there. Let's go ahead and go Double Gunner, discarding a Water Energy. We're going to put 20 here. 20 here. We could move damage counters down and go for a I kind of like this play right now. I'm gonna go Ultra Ball, discard this and this. We can go for our Medicham play. Medicham, Rapid Strike energy. We'll use our Radiant Alakazam here, moving from 10 from here to here. Because we do 2 damage counters there. Done. Retreats. And we're going to take an extra turn. So, I mean, the big thing is that we're able to take the extra turn when we want to. We're going to put the 2 damage counters here. And then Yoga Loop's going to kick back in. We draw our prize card. Their mana fee's gone. We might be able to draw more prize cards than what we're expecting. And also Iono our opponents. Nothing crazy here, but we are just going to go Heavy Ball, waste that. We already know it's in our prize cards. We're going to go ahead and go for Steel Stone onto one of our Pokemon, just so we can get rid of it. And we're going to play Iono here. So you can see, like, a full extra turn is fantastic. Nothing, like, ridiculously crazy. But now is when we can start doing some really cool plays with Energy Retrieval. So we're going to start using Double Gunner. So let's start going for Double Gunner 1. We'll put 20 here, 20 here. We're going to go ahead and go Double Gunner again. We're going to put 20 here and then 20 here. We'll draw our prize card. The Rapid Strike energy's sick because now we could draw 2 more prize cards, putting us in a really good position. I mean, I think I just want to draw the 1 prize card and maybe try to draw 3 next turn. Like, I might just retreat. I think what I'm going to do is just retreat, send this up, and I'm going to go ahead and go for... We actually don't know what they have in their discard pile. They have another Comfey there. We could draw 2 prize cards here by using GMAX Rapid Flow, but I think I just want to go Gale Thrust on their active because I don't think they have a good enough chance to really knock us out. So yeah, we'll just go Gale Thrust here and get the knockouts. But you can see how there's a lot of really cool plays that you can make, and I don't know what they do after this. Like, next turn we have Irida, so we can get off another Double Gunner and draw multiple prize cards. Like, maybe they'll be able to knock out our Inteleon VMAX or do something cool like that. I'm honestly not sure what they can do. And I mean, we're set up to draw multiple prize cards next turn. So we'll see how they decide to play things out. There's their Escape Rope. We might even be able to go for another Yoga Loop turn. So if you got multiple Yoga Loop turns off when it comes to this matchup, you can see how it's so powerful. What I'm going to do here is actually, like, I don't want to feed an Inteleon VMAX. I don't want to share that. I'm going to give the Lumineon V up here because we could retreat the Lumineon V into another Pokemon. It's the least important Pokemon we have in play, and we kind of have our army of 5 on the bench that are all really, really good for this matchup. So, I mean, right now our deck is doing really cool stuff, and I don't even think I'm playing this deck at its full potential. Like, this is a deck that I'd want to put a lot of effort into if I was considering playing it for the World Championships. And I mean, I don't want to be like I am considering playing it for the World Championships, but I just mean like it's a deck that I always want to put more effort into. If they just decide to attack us with this Raikou and get the knockout on the Lumineon, I can send up Medicham, go double gunner, knock out this, and then Gale Thrust, knock out the active. Or I could just go G-Max Rapid Flow, knock out our opponent's active, knock out our opponent's benched, just drawing our last 3 prize cards. So I'm pretty sure, like, the way that it's set up, we have game on board right now, and I don't even know if our opponent knows that, or maybe they do and they're just going through the motions. Either way, we're absolutely crushing it right now. You can see how these decks are able to win the North American International Championships. They've seen so much success. I'm sure they're going to go for the Metafy. We still win with the Metafy in play because we could go double gunner ×2 plus knock out the active with either G-Max Rapid Flow or Gale Thrust. So I'm pretty sure we got there, but we'll play it out absolutely our best. We'll see what our opponent does. We never know when we're going to see something wacky or random or anything like that come out and play. Stay hydrated, folks. I love sitting at my desk chain drinking water. So I think they're just going to use their ability here, and then they've already, I believe they retreated. I don't know if they retreated or roped. I really wish we had a game log so we could determine what they did during a turn. It's weird playing live sometimes like this, but I mean, it seems to be working out pretty nicely. And if you need any of the cards for these decks, by all means, hit up any of our sponsors that we have. Totally love to help you get those cards for your deck. There's their Lightning Rondo, so we do have the dub here. As long as we have access to a way to get another energy, that is. Actually, we have the game no matter what. I'm going to send up the Medicham, even though I know we have game. We could also just take another turn with Yoga Loop if we didn't have game. Like, there's just so many cool things that we could have done. But we'll go with Irida. This should be a pretty easy game with the Energy Retrieval. We'll just grab another card from our deck. We'll go ahead and go double gunner 1. I so badly want to use Yoga Loop, though. We can even start doing things on the Metafy. Here's our Energy Retrieval, water, double gunner. This puts us at 2 prize cards left. And you can see our opponent's just going to struggle here. We could just hard retreat the active into our Rapid Strike Urshifu. They are weak to us, so we are going to go Gale Thrust. We had so many ways to make this happen, and we could have had multiple turns. So even if we had 4 prize cards, 5 prize cards, we could have wiped the entire board this turn, making this deck just like absolutely obliterate Lost Zone box. And that's what we got going on with this video today. As you can see, we have Cyrus's winning deck covered. She rocked NEIC. We've also covered Drake's deck from NEIC. So what did that leave next? Bodhi's Arc Dura Umbreon winning deck from NEIC. Be sure to stay tuned for more great videos from the Shuffle Squad and myself, Zach Lesage. I'll catch up with all y'all later. Peace out and have a great one. Made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this entire video from the Shuffle Squad. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every person that supports our content, watches what we have going on every single day, every single week, even from time to time, and continuously allows us to have a forum to project our creative content towards the Pokemon TCG community. So if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and even leave a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. That being said, we'll catch you with our next video. Thanks again. Take it easy.